Alright, so this is a continuation of my review on the Adams Arms 14.5-inch piston ultralight rifle. I have been able to shoot another 175 rounds or so through this, and this trip to the range was really to test the ability to fire all the different types of ammunition through this rifle. So I will say this was a great success, and there wasn't a single misfeed or double feed or failure fire. All of these types of ammunitions were able to cycle through just fine. I was able to get through an entire magazine. All these boxes are 20 rounds, so that's all I wanted to buy and test with. So I wouldn't say a full magazine, but it's 20 rounds. It's effectually the same thing. So I'll just go through the types of ammo that I was able to shoot. This Silver Bear ammo is a 55 grain bimetal hollow point zinc plated case, and that cycled fine. This is Golden Bear 55 grain bimetal hollow point. It is a lacquered case. This is a 62 grain bimetal hollow point brass plated case. So I mean, that's not as surprising. This is a brass plated case, so and then here is just the straight up steel cased tool ammo, and that is 62 grain that I went with in this. It's steel cased, non-corrosive. So I tried, all these types of ammo, and they all function just fine. So I'm pretty happy with it. I'll go ahead and do a takedown to see how things look as far as how clean it is, because I'm sure some of this ammo shoots pretty dirty. So I'm going to get it with this clean portion of this rag. At first glance, it looks pretty clean. There's some bits of I don't know, it's bits of metal, it looks like. But wow, this is, there's some carbon that's coming off on the bolt teeth there. But overall, this is pretty spotless. So that is pretty amazing to me. That is one of the big benefits of having a piston operated rifle. I think it seems to be fairly clean here without even that much. This is really good. I think this thing could shoot thousands of rounds without being cleaned, actually. Might have to give that a test run at some point. Although, like I said, with this rifle, it does heat up I kind of didn't do as mag dumps so much with these. I was just slowly shooting. I was actually working on zeroing that scope over there, and then, you know, just confirming zero with the full round mags. But it fired pretty well. However, it just, you know, it does get a little bit hot, and with the more sustained rate of fire, it wasn't as bad as when doing the mag dump. So I imagine it's, you know, it's not too bad. It's just, it is a lightweight barrel, so that is something to keep in mind. If you are wanting to shoot 400 rounds in a half-an-hour period, I don't know if you might melt out those handguards. That's a possibility. But yeah, this bolt looks pretty good. Let's take a look at this charging handle. See if we can find a clean spot on the rag. So we got a clean spot. Let's just see. Yeah, I mean, overall, that's not too bad. There's just not much carbon that is in the upper receiver, so that's a big plus to me. Alright, so the next step is to go to the part that is actually going to be dirty, which would be that piston. I imagine I'll probably need to use this multi-tool again, so yep. Jesus. So yeah, it's hard to take off. So this time I did put the spring on the correct way, so I didn't cause further damage to that spring, and it functions fine now, so that spring is good to go. So now, at first glance you can see I just got carbon all over my fingers here. There is a good amount of carbon on here. Let's take a look at the piston first. So there's a good amount of carbon all over there. Yep, that's to be expected. And on the gas regulator, there's a good amount of carbon. But I mean, this area that's operating, and you know, they claim to be self-cleaning. The part that goes into the piston, it's not like there's any buildup there. So the self-cleaning portion, I believe, would do fine. So like I said, I think this thing could go through thousands of rounds without being cleaned. So that's, I guess, might be my next step in testing, is putting a good amount of rounds through this without cleaning it and seeing how it fares. But yeah, at this point, I'm very happy with this purchase. So the few issues that I take with this rifle are that the buffer is a loud scrapey sound, and I'm not a big fan of that. I like the lightweightness of the entire rifle, but having the ultra lightweight barrel is a bit, it's a concern if I need to shoot lots of rounds, very quickly at a rapid rate of fire. So those are my two issues with this rifle. But that's not anything that's like a showstopper, because I think this rifle would be a good rifle for most purposes. Alright, so that's it. Thanks for watching.